Hey guys, Pokmaster here with his next Farming and Master League video. Starting you off with Sam Hoang's Hog Raid in Master 1, attacking someone in Master 2. It's pretty interesting. A lot of people in our clan are really good at using hogs, even at Town Hall 10. So it's pretty impressive. You'll see how he does it here. I do not think that I'm as good as a hogger as this player, and that's why I wanted to show you some raids here. You can see that the loot, there's a lot on the outside and on the inside, and there's a potential for 1,000,000 loot plus the dark elixir. And you can see those high level wizards just take that out really fast. And he's just gonna freeze both those infernos at the same time. That was a really good placement. And then rages those hogs so they kill those infernos really fast. And then he's going to heal them really quickly also. So he's put down a lot of spells so far, but it's necessary to get past those infernos because they're the most deadly defense there is. And he deploys his Barb King and Queen at the top to take these buildings out pretty quickly. And you can see he has still a ton of hogs left, which is not usual after you get through those infernos. And he has a ton of them, and there's only 2 defenses left. And so you can just see it's basically over now. And just look at all that money he's getting. Those hogs smacking it with those hammers. Jumping over those level 9s. It's always frustrating because I know out of experience it costs 1,000,000 gold to upgrade those walls to level 9. And it is very annoying when hogs just hop over. I'm sure that the defender Matt was very annoyed that these hogs just 3-starred his base after he has a nearly maxed out base besides his walls. And that's the wrap. 38 hogs, 3 heals, 1 freeze, 1 rage. Pretty solid raid. That with the match bonus for winning that is a lot of loot. Next raid was actually a raid by me, using barbarians and archers, taking out the mortars like usual, and looks like a lot of that money's in those collectors, so let's get that money. Aggravating the queen and king is always the first step to this process, as in most every raid. It's an essential part. Drawing out clan castle, king, queen, killing them before you start a raid it's always useful to kill the king and queen early in a raid. I don't really know many raid strategies that it's good to keep them alive. And the clan castle is usually good to take out early, unless it's only good not to if you're using like Go Wee Wee or something like that, because it draws them into the middle. But for barbarians and archers, it's good to take them out. But as you can see, the defender here doesn't have a shield, or a league symbol, I mean. And his collector's full, so I didn't even bother because I knew there wouldn't be anything in there. I was deploying archers and barbarians really heavily on the left and right because I knocked those mortars out. So you can just see that there's going to be like nothing that's going to stop them. So they're just going to end up funneling through those walls and taking out more storages. Especially since those X-bows are down, that helps a lot with this. As you can see on the left side, the wizard's doing a lot of work and those archers, because the mortar's not in range. And so we've gotten a pretty substantial amount of loot. I'm just waiting for those archers to take out that storage in the top right before I put down my archer queen and my barbarian king to just clean up the last bit of gold here. So there, I deploy all of them pretty quickly just because I want the gold storage and then to end the battle so I don't have to wait forever for my heroes. And there it goes. So I end the battle with a lot of loot, plus 75,000 golden elixir. So I got 4,000 dark elixir also with that. Pretty nice. Off to the next one. We have, I think, another raid by me now, yeah. Let's see who's the victim for the massive loot. It looks like it's going to be Vuk, who's not in a clan, you can see, obviously. And here we go. You can see in this raid also that he's not active. And so first steps obviously is killing the king and queen. As usual, dropping barbarians to distract and archers to follow through. It's usually good to try and take out the queen first, because if you try and take the king out first, the queen will take a lot of your troops away, which is not what you want. So make sure to try and take the queen out first is what I try and do, like I just showed you. And I took out the mortar so I can deploy more troops up here and just guarantee that I was going to get all these collectors, which are nice and full for me. And look how much that is right there. So easy to just pick off. And honestly, in Master League, you can find these pretty often. Not all the time, but you can find them every once in a while. So it's pretty nice to find these. It really makes it worth it to raid up here. Sorry for the lag. And it's always essential to get that 50%. So I was just making sure I got it with my queen. Just gonna use her ability to speed things up here, get things going. And once again, 4,000 dark elixir and a lot of golden elixir. So you can see that barbarians and archers is really the most effective way to farm dark elixir up here, because you're not spending any of it. Some people recommend balloons and minions, but then again, it's really effective for golden elixir, but for the dark elixir, not so much. And you can see in my match log that I've been finding lots of good raids, and that it's not very hard to find like good raids to attack with barbarians and archers. And it looks like our last victim is Tabiz Naz in the Goody Good. And boy, if you look at his base, does he have the goods. He has a lot of gold up for taking. And we're gonna capitalize on this one. So once again, drawing king and queen to the top. And then you'll see me try and take the queen out first, like usual. It's usually smarter to do. And she's done. Then it's pretty easy to take the barbarian king down. And I forget if I lightning spell the mortars or not. Let's see. Anyways, these types of bases, it's generally all in the collectors, so you gotta be aware of where they're all at. As you can see, there's actually a few behind the walls, which are going to be a little bit harder to get to, especially that one guarded by that wizard tower. So you just have to kind of be aware of what you're doing with your barbarians, and not deploying too many by the wizard tower, and making sure to put archers down really fast behind those barbarians is nice. So you can see in the bottom right corner that the barbarians are just getting killed, but my archers are taking out the dark elixir really fast. And as you can see, we've taken out most all collectors, besides 2 gold collectors, and they still have quite a bit of gold in there, even though we've gotten a lot. So I'm just going to send in my barbarian king to get the last gold collector, and my queen to get the other, and then I'm going to end the raid. And so we once again have about 400,000 elixir and 450,000 gold, and it's just a really easy farming technique once you get used to it. And hope you like this video showing you all my massive raids. Get money.